Hello, Patreoners. Okay, so today I found this in our wood pile. Just an old piece of board. It's kind of weathered on one side because it's old. And I'm going to grab a sponge and I'm going to weather it a little bit more so it looks like an old painted sign. So I'm doing two paintings for you guys today because I have my art balloons on this weekend and I won't have time tomorrow. So I have all the colors on here. I've added brown. I brought purple because I don't know if I'll use it later, but we're going to be painting some pretty cotton balls on here. So I'm going to take my sponge, I'm going to get it wet and wring it out in my water. I'm going to flick you guys around so you can see what I'm doing. That'll be fair. Alrighty, here we go. My garage space. It's kind of messy back behind me. I'll tip this so you guys can see it better. There we go. See the bottom of it? You don't see the bottom of it. You might as well see the whole thing. And sorry about that. There you go. There you go. You're all watching. So I've got my sponge and I've got my board. So I'm going to take some of the white. Now you can use either side of your sponge for this. I'm just putting a little bit on here just to do, I'm going to kind of do in the corners a little bit. Hang on, where did it go? Yeah, okay, gonna do the corners a little bit. Now you can do any color that you want, so that's even a bit too much. I'm just gonna really lightly drag it through. It's gonna catch on the wood. You can do this on a canvas. You guys know how to do the wood look, so you don't have to. So you can do your whole canvas white or brown, and then do this white trick on it. So I'm just got very little, and look, I'm picking up slivers. Fun. I'm going to try to get rid of some of that. I don't want too much on there. So just with wood, I can just wash it off a little bit. But I want it to look like it was painted and now it's weathered. It's just really too bright for you guys. Let me close the garage door. Maybe that will help. Okay, how's that look? Oh, that's better. Okay, so now I'm thinking maybe I do want it a little bit whiter. So you can add a little bit of paint and just have some more on there where you want it to show up. Doesn't really matter what this looks like because, I mean, the paint wears off at a different, but we are doing cotton balls, so they're going to be white. So you don't want to have it too terribly white. What's this light? Put that on there, put that over there. Better. Sorry, working the lighting out. I want to be able to see too. And I can't really get to the bottom because my easel's in the way. So, oops. Paint on there. Oh, look at that big white splash. Oh, I love it. Okay. If you do it too much, then it just becomes one color and you have to wipe it down a little. If you're on wood, I don't know if you can do that on canvas as much. So I'm done with the sponge. Still don't like that. Still don't like that light. But I need to have it at some point. How's that? Okay, there. All right, it's a little bit dark in here for filming right now. We're gonna figure it out. So we're going to take now our angle brush. Shadows. Getting warm in here too. So I am going to take my angle brush or my round brush, whichever one you want to do, and I'm going to go with black. Here with some black, and we're going to make the lines of where we want our cotton balls to be. So I'm going to start with one, say here, just sort of like chop it down. It's going to be kind of thick, so any which way you want to do it. We are going to make them thicker anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. One, say right here. So you see how I'm just sort of chopping it in? Do you need me to bring that closer? Okay, I'm going to do one. One's going to come off of this one. So see, I'm just going to kind of chop it in. Doesn't have to be perfect, but they're not really neat. Just chopping it in. I want to have one coming off this way up a little higher. So saying it comes off that branch there. I don't know. Okay, that's all the branches that I really want. So let's make them just a little bit thicker. I want to see these things. I don't have my blow dryer. So it's going to be what it's going to be. I love painting on wood. You know, just a little chunk of free wood like this, if you do a really nice painting on it, which you're gonna do, you are going to be able to sell it for a lot of money. You are. So now I'm just going to take my big brush and I'm going to make some white cotton balls. So I'm just going to dip into the white. It's going to be pure white to start with. And you can put a lot of paint on there. And you're just going to make puffy little clouds kind of. So if the black mixes in with it, it's going to be okay. Don't stress out. So I'm going to go right up on top of this and just fluffing around right up to that branch. It's not a perfect circle. Don't want it to be a perfect circle. So if it is perfect, make it imperfect right now. Mess it up. There, you can see it's not perfect. It's cotton ball. Make it fluffy. Then you're going to have another one over here, which is probably going to get in. It's going to touch that one. Let it touch it. Let's go ahead and let it touch it. I'm sort of staying away from the black a little bit here. And again, not perfect. Going to have like 3 little poof sections on it. Over here at the end of this one, it's going to come up over top of that. Go here. Puff it out this way. I'm going to make these bigger. I want them to be bigger. Oops. Wipe the black off. But don't stress out too much if you get a little black in there, because it's going to look a bit like shadows on the bottom part of it, which is cool. Take some of that black, sort of tap it around inside it. Just tap it. It's got to be messy. I am the messy painter. Make this one bigger. 3 sections again. Cool. Loving it. Okay, where else? I'm going to have one coming right through in here. Oh, let's have a little one. Let's have a little one right here. Why? I don't know. Just do. In there. One right here. Make it a cotton ball bouquet here. Liking it. Liking it. And one right here. Messy little cotton balls. And then one right down in the very bottom corner. Just down here. All kind of by itself. Going off the page. There you go. Now, we're going to whiten those up in a minute. But for now, we are going to put that away. We're going to grab the angle brush again. And we're going to make, so I don't really know what cotton balls are, but it's going to be kind of like popcorn. So you know when the popcorn pops open and then the shell kind of surrounds the puffy part? Same idea, I think, with these ones. So I'm going to go into the brown. I'm using raw umber. It's the browner brown. The burnt umber gives it a reddish tone. So let's start. Gonna give it a mark like sort of like a toenail? No, I don't know what you call it. A slice of lemon, a slice of orange. So it's kind of like a half moony type thing. There's one. It's gonna meet the stem. Okay. Probably would look better too with the burnt umber, a little bit of a reddy one. And then maybe there's a piece that just comes up like that and it's going to hold it in. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly claw-like, so it's got all three of these. Maybe there's a little piece here that holds up this side. And it's messy. Don't worry about how perfect this looks. Lob it in there. The charm of this painting being rustic and being on wood is that it's really messy. Up here, I'm gonna do kind of the same little thing. Maybe it goes right to that, and that's why it puckers in there. See how I made that like little pop there? So right in here is where that seed goes. Make a shape, tap it in right down to the stem. And then again, maybe there's just a little bit here that holds that edge. And one that's gonna be holding that piece. But maybe it comes around a little bigger. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm going to add some more colors to it, but for now, just make these things to be held by a branch. This one, you can't see the branch, so we're going to pretend. Let's just pretend that there's one holding this thing together. I'm always doing it in threes. I like it in threes. Odd numbers for odd people. So now this one here, I wanted to be able to see the top of it. So I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to come around wild like that, in and then back into here. So it's quite a big lobby seed mark. And I'm going to have another one coming here. So it's all going in from the middle and joining up, but not touching yet. Don't make it touch yet, because I don't know if I want it to touch. But see how it's rounded, rounded, rounded? That makes it look rounder. So then there's going to be one coming up over the back of this from the other side. So coming around from behind, curving in. Oops, there's a lot of paint on there. It's going to curve in. So it's angled. I mean, you could have four, but I'm working in threes, so look at that. Now it looks like it's coming up and in. We're going to take the round brush real quick here. Take some black and make a messy black mark where it's going to join there. Very cool. I might take some white and just separate it from the black just a little bit in a minute. I don't really want it to touch. I want that to look like that came up from the top of the branch or something. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see what that looks like. Right there. Ah, yes. Look at that, hey? Now you guys can see. So now it looks like it's come up from behind and it's grabbing that. And that black part right there is part of the stem, right to the top. Imagine that's what cotton looks like. I'm not sure. Oh, I've never seen cotton. Okay, so this one's same deal. Maybe this one's just right in the center. Come around the side, holding it up. Maybe just there. Am I running out of brown? I think I am. Super fun one. Super fun. So in this one, you can't really see where it is. How about we make this like this one too, so it's all going to come around into the center. No straight lines, guys. Mess it up. And then one comes up from here. Perfect. Last one. Use your imagination. There's no stem, so if you want this one to come up and around to you, it's up to you. I can't get to it. I can't get to it. Love it. Okay, so clean that brush off. I think we should go. Let's try a little bit more white. Clean off your angle brush. Clean off your angle brush. Go into the white. Whoa, that was crazy. And just brighten up parts of it, not all of it. Like I want to have some dark in here. You see where I went with a little bit of the black underneath? I don't want to take all of that away. I want to have a little bit of both in there. You can create it if you've already made it pure white. Just take a little bit of black and that will give you some grayness in there. Love this. This is where if you're just super smooth, you can mess it up here now. I'm just tapping with the blobby paint on an angle brush just to make it look fluffy and cottony. Think cotton ball, guys. Think cotton ball. Ooh. Think cotton ball. Cotton ball, cotton ball. You kind of make it look like when you're into these parts here, just kind of make it look like it puckered from where those little things came up. By giving a little mound above each claw will look like it's kind of puckered. Even if you have a little bit down and below, it's fine. This one here is super smooth. I don't like it. I need to be messier. Messier and puffier. Take some black and then we put some black messes in the middle there. In the back end of my brush, don't know why, but because I can. Just because I can. Ooh, I like it. So, I'm going to take my regular little round brush and I'm going to go with black on my little round brush, and I'm going to kind of go around the edges of the brown, just tapping. It's really subtle, but if you do here, so just tap around the outside edge, messy. It's just going to give it a little something. You'll see. You'll see when you start doing it. It looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. So if I go all the way around with it, I'm going to just do this one here and I'll show you. And then you can take two right in here, this, and you can sort of bring it down on a little angle here. See here, I brought it down and in and down and E, so it looks like a little Y where it's sitting and it's not just stuck on it. Here, I'll show you in here. So with the black, up on this one, see how it's just sort of sitting there on a stick? Once we go around the edges of these, you can take and come down like a little Y. So it's a little angle, come around this edge of this one and just swoop it down. And now it looks like it's sitting on there rather than just straight stick like this one. You've got a little bit of a Y effect going on there, which looks super cool. So there's that. Now I'm going to try something here. my angle brush. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I've got some yellow, so I'm going to try it. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't like it. I don't know. I'm going to touch with a little bit of yellow in here. Best I wreck mine rather than you guys wrecking yours. But I thought it maybe needed a little bit of color. Which is why if you use the burnt umber, it's a more of a cedar. It's not so brown. You're going to get more of an orangey reddish look here. Don't know if I like that. Let me try putting just a touch of red. Just a touch of red on that. Turn it orange. Don't like it. Don't like it. Stick with the brown. So I'm just tapping more dark brown in over top of that because I didn't like it. And the brown looks perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So I'm just going to go around with the black on all of these. And then this will be done. I know I move super fast. I do. And you will too. The more you paint, the more you're not going to worry about everything being perfect. This is not a perfect painting. It's not supposed to be. I intentionally do messy paintings so that it can't be perfect. Because who's perfect? No me, McFly. No, McFly. Oh, this is gorgeous. I'm going to sell it. I am. I'm going to sell it. Stinking piece of wood, and I bet you I get about 40 bucks for it. At least. 40 bucks. Free wood. Very little paint. Took me practically no time to do it. Right? Practically no time to do it. So, I got black there. Do I want to put a little bit of brown and white in the cotton ball? Do I? Let's see what that looks like. My brown's already, my white's already wet, so let me try with this one. Very little brown on my brush. Oh yeah, that gives it some more depth too. So not all of it, but because my white's already really wet, I've got a ton of paint on there because I was blobbing really thick. I just take a very little brown on my brush and I just sort of mix in here a little bit here and there, and it's going to look like dents and stuff inside of the not dents but little pockets of shadow. See the top two little pockets of shadow, where the one down here other side there, well, even here just pure white, and this one here has a little bit of shadow. So you can do that. I like it. If it gets to be too much, don't you worry. Guess what? Cover it up. Cover it up with white. I'm going to show you. That one there, it's got too much in there, I think. So I will go in with some more white in a second when I'm finished doing all of this. Because I'm working on brown. I know it flick all over the painting. It's a trick I use because I let things dry as I go. And okay, so wash that brush off. Now, if you think that that was too dark, which I personally do for me, I'm going to wash my brush off. I'm going to go into some white, and here I am. Right in here, I think too much. So thick white. There you go. Problem solved. Experiment as you go. But that painting is done. Just going to sign it. And then we'll put her up for sale. Oh my goodness. There you go. Signed, sealed, soon to be delivered. Oh, you know what we can do? I just put paint all over my face. Here's something you can do too with the branches. Because they're so straight, you're going to take and you're going to give a little knobbly. Make it knobby instead of being straight. So I just blobbed the black on this. Watch with this one. So I just go to it and just sort of blob a little, make it a little more imperfect. Here too. Oh, didn't even make that one. I haven't put the black around that one. What am I doing? Not even completed. Okay. So with this one too, because it's coming out the back. It's coming out the back, so that one's going to kind of not look V-shaped. But there, see how I made that little knobbly? It's not perfect. This one's still too perfect. Okay. Thought I was done. Apparently I'm not. What was I thinking? There. That's so much better. Oops. All right. So that was your boards. Crazy hair today. That was your boards with where's it gonna hang on that? With your cotton balls. I really like it. I really like it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Whoops. And I'm gonna edit this one and I will send it out and watch for the next one. See you tomorrow.